What's up, Guy?
Hey everybody, I'm Guy.
So this review is going to be a little different. It's going to be more of an analysis. Instead of going over the whole movie, I'm just going to focus on one specific character from that movie who single-handedly sodomized two brothers for his own gain. If you can't read or still don't know what I'm talking about, tough shit, dummy. My videos are for the highly educated. I'm not going to baby you around, alright? But seriously, the movie I'm talking about is The Founder, and more importantly, the character I'm talking about is Ray Kroc, played by Michael Keaton.
Sons of bitches.
Now, I don't know about you, but this movie was fucking dope. I'd rather watch this than some gay fantasy movie about people fighting in robes with light-up swords any day. It's interesting to see how Ray Kroc went from selling milkshake mixers to fucking over the McDonald brothers for their own idea and their literal fucking name.
You no longer have the right to call them McDonald's, McDonald, or any other such variation so as to confuse or infringe upon the McDonald's trademark.
This whole movie is misleading, and they do a good job of keeping you misled throughout the movie. When you're watching it, you really feel like Ray is trying his hardest to help these two brothers expand their billion-dollar idea that is fast food. Like, at some points, you're just like, they're really not agreeing to that? You gotta be an idiot to not think that would be a great idea. Like when Ray wanted to introduce instant milkshakes to all the McDonald's locations.
Like I say, it's a powdered milkshake. It's a fraction of the cost of ice cream.
But Nick Offerman's character's like, I'm gonna stop you right there and say no.
Real milk, now and forever.
And that's just one of the many examples I can go over, but I'm not here for the tender-hearted McDonald brothers.
I can't put you through that again. Your diabetes.
I'm here for the man whose only job was to sell 8 milkshake mixers to a local family-owned restaurant down in Southern California, but ended up creating the most well-known fast food company in history, all while raping two brothers of their name and legacy.
I'm loving it.
Now, when you watch this movie, don't be fooled by Ray's timid, small-structured body. This man could take out ISIS if he was alive today. In the beginning, you're 100% on his side. He comes across like he's down with the two brothers' idea and wants to be their business partner, so in the end, they could all make a profit. But then as the movie goes on, he does some sneaky shit that makes you think for a split second, oh no, here we go. Like when he tells people that McDonald's was his idea and that he came up with the Golden Arches concept.
Oh, those, yeah. That's just my little way of separating us from the rest of the pack. You like them? I call them the Golden Arches.
Okay, yeah, some of it you could say was necessary to get some of the deals done, but nonetheless it was some sneaky shit. Then things get even more sneaky when this guy, Harry Sonborn, a Jewish lawyer played by BJ Novak, gets involved. This sneaky Jew lets Ray know that if the McDonald brothers aren't down with his ideas, just buy the land that the McDonald's are built on. I'm not going to get into it, but somehow that puts Ray at the advantage when it comes to decision making at what goes down at the McDonald's.
Tell me about the land.
He even names the real estate company that he uses to buy the land the McDonald's Corporation, all while the two brothers are adamant that they don't want any of this happening, or at least they want to be informed of what's going on so they can have a say in it. And that's not even the worst part. After giving one of the brothers a heart attack that puts him in the hospital, Ray goes to check up on him, not to check if he's okay, but to give him a blank check, basically to say, I want to buy McDonald's from you. But guys, that's not the worst part either. The next scene after the hospital, they're in this office building, and the first thing that Ray's lawyer says to them is that they agree to buy McDonald's on their terms, but if they want their 1% in royalties, they're gonna have to carry it out on a handshake basis. And at first you're like, okay, there's 5 people here. That's 5 people that I could say saw the handshake. Seems legit. But now it's either shake hands or get buried in debt going to court. And when you're in that situation, you're thinking about that 1%, dude. These brothers were smart and knew where McDonald's was going in terms of profit, and they knew 1% of whatever that was would set them up for life. So obviously they have no choice but to shake Ray's greasy hands and sell McDonald's. Now, when all this goes down, that handshake deal isn't emphasized at all. They hesitate for a bit, Ray tells them the investor says it's a deal breaker, and they shake hands. Boom, done. Everyone's happy. Kind of. The next scene, Nick's character is like, how come when we gave you the tour, you just didn't steal our idea and do it on your own? Why'd you have to fuck us, Ray? And you know what this Buck Strickland-looking motherfucker said?
It's the name. That glorious name, McDonald's. A guy named McDonald. He's never gonna get pushed around in life.
He literally did all of this because the name McDonald's gives him a boner that a Cialis prescription never could. And that's still not even the worst part. If it wasn't enough that this guy conned his way into owning everything that the McDonald brothers worked so hard to create, he pulls one of the biggest dick moves in history. So another part of the deal when he bought McDonald's was that the two brothers got to keep the original location in San Bernardino, something Ray refused, but his guy said that the lawyer said it was non-negotiable.
We need the profits from San Bernardino in order to pay off the purchase loan.
So fast forward to the present, and this bald asshole is opening the 100th McDonald's in San Bernardino, right across from the brothers' original restaurant.
Mr. Kroc. Will Davis. I'd like to do a profile of you pegged to the opening of your 100th location.
Sure.
Like, dude, as fucked up as that is, I still saw Ray as a good guy. Like, yeah, he fucked over two brothers, but they got 1.3 million, and I looked that up, and that was 8.3 million in today's money. And I know that's not close to anything McDonald's has made, but if I had to choose between a sure 8 million and a deal held together by a handshake, I'll take that 8 million all day, baby. After the main story ends, before the credits play, they show what happened to all the people Ray hired to run the separate McDonald's he opened, and all of them basically played a part in making McDonald's what it is today. Other than a dispute with the sneaky Jew, everyone's role basically had a good payout. Then they let you know what happened to the brothers. You remember that 100th McDonald's Ray opened in San Bernardino right across from the brothers' original spot? Well, the brothers had to close down their restaurant because of the McDonald's. Now you're like, okay, so what? They made a sweet handshake deal possibly worth billions. They could afford to lose one restaurant. Well, you thought wrong. Because right after that, it lets us know that the brothers couldn't prove their handshake deal and they never got their royalties, which would be worth $100 million today a year. Don't worry though, because right after they let us know McDonald's eventually added real ice cream back into their milkshakes. I like how someone was just like, we can't end the movie like that. Just say something about the ice cream machines that never work. That'll get people's minds off the grand theft that just went down. Just know, guys, that every time you eat at McDonald's, the thought of that going from the grill to your mouth in minutes was torn from the hands of the guys who invented it by means of rape without lubrication. Ray Kroc is the Christopher Columbus of fast food. This Mr. Mackey looking son of a bitch had unprotected, unconsensual sex with two brothers, and they make a movie about him. If that ain't the most badass way to leave a legacy, then I've been going about life all wrong. But yeah, guys, that's it. I don't even like McDonald's like that, to be honest. I'm more of a Carl's Jr. guy, you know? We have the meats, or whatever their slogan is. This is what happens when you're fucking kidnapped, and you get sawdust blown in your eyes 24/7.